There's a reason why I'm sitting here today, speaking to you through a screen, and not out there on an NFL sideline coaching an NFL franchise. It's because I do not have the knowledge that these NFL coaches have. But the staff here in Kansas City, they just made a move that even has someone like me scratching my head and saying, "What are you guys thinking?" Well, welcome in Chiefs Kingdom to Cheifs Latest, your one-stop spot for everything Kansas City Chiefs in 15 minutes or less. It is your host, Calvin Silvers. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Week 14 of the NFL season starts tonight, but we have our own problems that we need to focus on, including the coaching staff making a controversial move. We'll dive into it. Do not worry. I know you're excited, but we got some things to clean up first because if you haven't joined the Chiefs Latest family yet, what are you doing? Seriously, it's so easy. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button and also turn on those notifications because we have daily, that's right, daily videos here at Chiefs Latest, Monday through Friday. You don't want to miss any of the news, rumors, or actions regarding this team. So seriously, come be a part of the family. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications as it not only helps me in the channel, but it's going to help you stay up to date with everything Kansas City Chiefs. It was no secret. We already knew that Sunday night against Houston was going to be a dogfight. I mean, the Texans, they're on a hot streak right now. Their defense is playing outstanding. It's going to be tough. Well, after Wednesday's press meeting, this contest just got a whole lot harder for Kansas City, as rookie left tackle Josh Simmons is done for at least the next 4 games after surgery on a fractured and dislocated left wrist. So this means that Simmons is officially being placed on IR or injured reserve, and it could honestly be season ending for the kid. I mean, think about it. Only 5 games left of the season. He's going to be out at least 4 weeks, and we don't even know if the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs. Now, before he got hurt, despite just being a rookie, he was arguably the best tackle option that we have, allowing just 6.6% pressure rate. That was third lowest among left tackles and second lowest ever for a rookie since they started tracking it. That's right, ever. Oh, not only that, you want the bad news to continue? I know you don't, but I have to be the guy that delivers the bad news. We might be without Jawan Taylor with his triceps and Trey Smith with his ankle, as both missed Wednesday's practice. So yeah, we're potentially missing 3 starting offensive linemen against Will Anderson and Daniel Hunter. Houston leads the league in scoring defense at 16.5 points allowed and total defense at 265.7 yards. They've also held opponents under 20 points in 10 games. And not only that, they are tied for 6th in the league with 34 sacks. Mahomes said it himself. He's got to get the ball out quick. They got to run it when they can. And when the deep shot is there, they have to hit it because there's not going to be many opportunities. Translation for you guys, Rasheed on some slants and quick outs, Worthy in motion, and just pray that the big play shows up because Pat, he's going to have a long night ahead of him. He's not going to have time in the pocket to let things develop. So if there ever is a chance, he has to connect. Now, the bright side, Reed said Simmons heals fast. As we remember, he bounced back from that patellar tendon quicker than expected and got out there and performed well. It didn't, affect his gameplay at all. Now, Esa Pole, he gets the roster spot and will be elevated, but right now, he's purely just a depth piece. So losing Simmons for the stretch run against the best front we'll face all year, yeah, I can't think of a worse time. This offensive line was already hanging on by a thread in certain areas, and now it's duct tape and hope. So let's talk about it, because here is where I was mentioning the quote-unquote controversial move here. Now, I think we can all admit, we've all been that couch coach. You know, that guy that yells at the TV. It's always, here's what I would have done. Or it's always, what are they doing? Well, as I mentioned, Reed and Nagy have pulled every Chiefs fan into the club this week of being couch coaches. It's a controversial call. Reed said if Jawan Taylor can go, Moore starts at right tackle and Wanye Morris slides to left. So if Taylor plays, it's going to be Moore at left tackle and Taylor back at right tackle. Now, Jalen Moore has way more reps on the left and signed as the starting left tackle before Simmons got drafted. Not only that, he also backed up Trent Williams in San Francisco. Wanye was a disaster at left tackle last year. So bad we had to bump Tooney over and slide Caliendo inside. So why do you want to switch those guys? Some say it's an audition for Moore as the 2026 right tackle if we cut Taylor's deal, but why test that now with the playoffs not even guaranteed? You have to protect the blind side first. You can worry about all that next year. You can't let Mahomes get hurt. You're trying to finish the job this year. You're trying to get to the playoffs. Now's not the time to test things. Maybe it's about spreading the bad. You don't want Wanye and Caliendo both on the right side getting torched. Moore, Caliendo, and Morris, I mean, they all graded poorly in pass pro against Dallas. So you might want to try to spread them out. You don't want one side to be completely, weak and the other side being somewhat manageable. Wanye's been a weak link in pass pro. 3 pressures on 28 dropbacks. That's 10.7%. That's worse than his 8.2 last year on 427 snaps. The way they're utilizing this week is also weird. So if Taylor's iffy, you burn that Wednesday, that Thursday reps with Morris and Moore flipped. Then, if he's good to go on Friday, Taylor is, then you're scrambling now. Some would argue these are wasted practice reps. This is all bad, as the Chiefs will be lined up again against Daniel Hunter, who's 6th in pressures, tied 4th in pass rush win rate, and Will Anderson Jr., who's 2nd in both pressures and win rate. But hey, we beat Houston twice last year with a patched up left side, 27-19 in Week 15 and 23-14 in the divisional round. But still, this line shuffle is a gamble against the best edge duo in football. So if you weren't scared already heading into this matchup, I probably just gave you another reason to beat. Well, a question that I read today, or yesterday, I should say, it was, do the Chiefs run the table and make the playoffs? And if I'm being real, I'm not so sure that they can. That's right. I'm not trying to count this team out. But just hear me out for a quick second. First off, I don't see us ripping off 5 straight games. We haven't even won 4 in a row all year. The best we've done is 3 wins in a row, and 2 of those were against the Raiders and Commanders. So not very good teams. 4 out of 5, maybe. You can convince me on that one. But the one loss, it can't be Houston, and it can't be the Chargers. Drop one at Denver, and then you beat the big boys, and the simulators say we're probably sneaking in as long as the Jags win the AFC South and the Chargers collapse the way that we need them to. The problem is we're asking this team to show up for not just one playoff game, quote unquote playoff game, it's win or go home. We're basically asking them to be perfect for an entire month with a busted O-line that we just talked about and every opponent throwing their best punch. Everyone is trying to fight for seeding. Everyone wants to play in a Super Bowl. So from here on out, you're just getting every opponent's best punch. The line is held together, as we mentioned, with duct tape. And history shows in the biggest moments, when Mahomes has no time, it's a disaster. Only examples I need are last year's Super Bowl and the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay. Something's missing, and I don't know what it is. Is it the swagger, the toughness, that, we own you kind of vibe? It's gone. Teams aren't scared of us anymore. If anything, teams might be licking their chops to play us. It's crazy to say, I get it, and I don't think any team wants to face us in the playoffs, but regular season, I might want to try to take a shot at this team. And the defense, they can't close games. Week 5 at Jacksonville, we were up 4 with a minute 45 left, but allowed the Jags to score a touchdown with 23 seconds left. Week 9 at Buffalo, the Bills were up by 7 with 4:18 left, but the offense didn't get the ball back until 22 seconds left in the contest. I'll continue on. Week 11 at Denver, it was a tie game with 2:59 left, but we allowed a field goal as time expired. And last but not least, Thanksgiving against Dallas, down 3 with 3 minutes and 27 seconds left and never got the ball back for Mahomes. Not only that, the Chiefs are the worst second half defense by QBR allowed. That's when the quarterbacks really start tearing us up. But here's the silver lining. Almost all those late collapses, they were on the road. 3 of the next 5 are at Arrowhead. That's huge. And we're a completely different team at home. So if there is a team to do it, it's definitely the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce. I can go on with a few more names, but 5 straight feels like a pipe dream. But 4, it could still get you in the playoffs if the chips fall right, but I wouldn't want to trust that. Home field flips the script on the defense, hopefully, and Mahomes at Arrowhead, despite what you might see this season in some games, it's still one of the scariest things in football. I hope that we can find that killer instinct again, and if we do, anything is possible with Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and just what this team has been through these last handful of years. So again, can they make the playoffs? Yeah. If any team's going to do it, it will be the Chiefs. But I don't see them rattling off 5 straight. So I think it makes it a little harder, maybe even makes it a little more interesting. But again, I don't want to put my heart through that. I don't want to put any more anxiety on myself. So let's just hope that they can get it done. But before we close out the show, one last wild stat that dropped yesterday, it caught my eye as the Thanksgiving Chiefs versus Cowboys game is officially, that's right, officially the most watched regular season game in NFL history. 57.2 million average viewers. That smokes the old record of 42 million from the Cowboys Giants in 2022 by a ridiculous 36%. We figured it would be big. I mean, you had the playoff implications. It was a holiday slot. You have America's old team versus what I would almost say is America's new team to an extent. But blowing the record out by that much, I think that shows the popularity of both these teams. Mahomes' magic, the Swift effect, plus two of the biggest brands in football. I mean, Dallas hasn't sniffed a title in 30 years, yet they still move the needle. And you could argue that we're right there with them. Again, the two most viewed now include the Cowboys, but one of those includes the Chiefs. I think we're right there. Chiefs just proved their box office, and I think that's win or lose. So, hey, get ready. We may see this team back on Thanksgiving again next year, maybe even continuous years after that, as long as Patrick Mahomes is back there slinging the football. 57 million people tuning in, even for a loss. It just shows that the Chiefs are drawing near the throne as the league's biggest draw. Again, I see more primetime holiday games incoming, and I mean, we got one on Christmas this year. So it really should not be a surprise if we see this team playing on some more Thanksgivings in the future. Well, that is all that I have for you guys on this lovely Thursday. It's getting closer to game day. I'm getting more and more nervous, but we just need to take a deep breath and put our trust in this team. Let me know if you think the Chiefs can run the table and make the playoffs this season. And also, what do you think about this whole offensive line mess? Do you want to see Wanya Morris at left tackle or right tackle? Do you want to see Jalen Moore at right tackle or left tackle? Let me know your thoughts there as well. Well, if you haven't already, seriously, come be a part of the family. We would love to have you hit that subscribe button and also turn on those notifications. You are listening to Cheifs Latest. I am your host, Calvin Silvers. And until next time, have a good one.